I have always been the quintessential entrepreneur. I was the kid with the lemonade stand growing up.
Being the child of young hippies was certainly an interesting, different, and exciting childhood. It's still part of who I am today.
If you ask people who've known me my whole life, they would say I was always a positive person. I had the textbook entrepreneurial personality traits of optimism and idealism, married with tenacity and persistence and passion.
First of all, I'm lucky. I'm 43 years old, and I was brought up in this type of belief system. These kind of teachings were part of my early years. I was initiated into meditation at 13 years old, and I lived in an ashram for a couple of years.
During my years at school, I was also studying everything that I could possibly get my hands on in the way of environmental consciousness and diet and lifestyle. I was introduced to macrobiotics when I was a teenager. I actually became a vegetarian when I was 16.
We're part of a community of spiritual people that followed a teacher from India and in that spiritual practice. So I'd say my upbringing was extremely unique.
And while I was in business school, decided that I was going to subscribe to this whole notion of the triple bottom line business, which was not just about making money. It was about making money and changing the world at the same time.
Triple bottom line's great. You know, the average mainstream entrepreneur right now, anywhere in the world, can get into a business and have pretty simple ways to be triple bottom line.
We can't continue to support products and business models that are destroying our fellow humanity.
Back in 2002, that was just a phrase that was just starting in the early 2000s to get known in businesses, mainly in kind of the natural products industry, the LOHAS movement, where businesses starting to talk about and founders starting to talk about doing business based on ethics, people, planet, profits that give back, not just about profits that line the shareholders' pockets.
I was always about sort of taking the high road and rising above like the noise of business, and looking at business as a huge vehicle for transformation.
You've got to make money to stay in business, so don't get me wrong. Every business has to thrive and survive in order to keep growing and to keep supporting and giving back. But it's about, okay, at the end of the day, with the profits you're making, how are they being used?
Love consciousness was kind of at the root of everything I've ever done because I'm in love with love.
My fundamental beliefs are all about universal consciousness. They're all about energy. They're all about conscious decisions.
Everything that I do is about serving others because serving others is really serving myself.
After I co-founded Steez in the early 2000s, I went on to start another company called I Am Enlightened Nutrition. And we started that company 3 years ago. Actually, these are some of our products right here. We're a liquid herbal supplement line based on Ayurvedic and Chinese herbal medicine. We have a line of gem and flower elixirs, and these products are the kind of products you'd see in Whole Foods markets and spas and natural food stores. And there we would call high vibrational, highly efficacious products that use the best of science and nature that help transform in a matter of say 20 minutes the experience of our customer.
It's about energy, and it's about living in harmony with your environment. It's about understanding your own responsibility and the power of your choices.
We're using the power of positive intent, and that's where it starts. So the company I Am is all about the consumer.
The idea of taking in energy that is in a balanced state that helps promote health and wellness.
Putting products not only in your body but out in the world that are going to make a difference for everybody, not just the individual. So, my personal beliefs are very tied to my business beliefs.
Because the minute you plant a seed into a human being of consciousness, transformation and thinking, and it may start with food, and oftentimes it does, there's inevitably a next step.
The more I expand my consciousness, the more I learn, the more I practice in my personal life, the more the business thrives. The more I bring and share between both, it's all becomes one great story.
And that seed, as I spoke to earlier, as you cultivate it, it's like planting a garden. Eventually it will bud and it will harvest, and a change will happen, and that's what's going on.
Be the change you wish to seek. Be the change. Just be what you want the reflection of everybody else to be. Be it first.
I always say as an entrepreneur, it's a bit of being a little kid in a candy jar, because I get to do what I love and make money and make a difference and change the world.
I've got a great role. I'm a facilitator and a creator of things that will hopefully make people healthier, happier, and live better. That's all.